Hello. Welcome to Golden Gate Gator Chat for Sunday, October 21st for lessons 6 through 8. Missed a couple lessons in between, in the meantime, in between time. But they're all about our friend Job, and we can do a quick Gator Chat about his story. So I don't know if you know about the story of Job, but I've heard about his story a lot. Through Bible studies and Sunday school. But I remember hearing a song when I was thinking about the verse of Job was sick so long, flesh fell from his bones. It's a story, a song or a verse that talks about his the basic premise of his story. But when we started out in I mean in lesson 6, in our first lesson 6, it says the first chapter of Job is talks about him being a blameless man and him being chosen to be tested. But as you see, if that's from chapter 1, we go all the way through chapter 42 of just the details of him and all the things that he goes through with his friends and the tragedies and sufferings that he faces. So we can see that there's a lot that Mr. Job had to go through in his trials and tribulations. But we do see that God does restore him. So in 19, it starts out that he is faced with, his friends questioning him and having, hurting his feelings about, you know, saying that he might have sinned because of all the things that he was going through. And Job deals with those um, challenges and emotions of his friends being that accusatory way towards him. And then we also went to chapter 24 where he was just basically questioning God about the things that he saw in the world, the unjustness of why, seems like, good things happen or bad things happen to good people. They have to wait, like kind of like, God, where are you? All these things are going on. But then in chapter 42, where he still is going through, but God begins to restore him. Uh, he questions God, but he also comes to the realization that God is in control, that God knows all the things. He doesn't know all the things. And God helps him to restore his relationship with his friends, but he also blesses him. He gives him double of all the things, all the family, all the wealth he lost. He restores all that back to him, but also makes a plan to restore his friends with him as well. I think that would be important for him. Um, and we just see how God be guiding. He be doing his thing. So, from Job's story, we see how God is a friend. He allows Job to talk and question and pray to him and ask him and walks with him through these all these trials that he's going through. And Job maintains that God is in control, but he sees how God is just and that God does restore him, gives him back his things that he's lost, and he does come to the conclusion that God is ultimately in control. And our takeaway that we have from all of our lessons that still remains true even in this talking about Job, that even when it doesn't seem like it, and boy does it really not seem like it for Job many times, but God had a plan. He always has a plan to provide everything you need. So I hope you can think about that and whenever you face any troubles and trials, and just like our friend Job who faced so many troubles and trials, that God was always in control. He had a plan to give him everything he needed, but he also gave him even more after all of the things that he had to go through. So that's my prayer for myself, for you too, to remember God is in control, that you can face the things that you go through, that we can, and that we can sustain hope through it all, because God is going to stay true to his word. So love you, bless you, have a good day, have a good week, and we'll see you back for more Gator.